Hey guys, it's fan number 1 here and welcome to my first 10 season takeover on FM26. We're managing Real Madrid. As we know, they've had a bit of a fall off recently, second in the Liga but quite far off Barca, out of the Champions League against Bayern and just not doing well overall this year. We're going to be managing them, trying to rebuild them, take them back to glory in these 10 seasons, and yeah, it might be a long video, so grab your popcorn and join us for the ride. Now, there's going to be at least 20 episodes in this series. Feel free to recommend teams in the comments. But yeah, I've got loads and loads of teams planned. You can recommend teams like I just said. That's completely fine, and I will try my best to get through them all. But with all the teams we're doing, we are going to be doing a point system, and there'll be a leaderboard, and at the end of the season I'll show you who won the leaderboard and things like that. So the point system will be 4 points if you win the Champions League, 3 points if you win your domestic league, 2 points if you win your domestic cups, or if you win the second division. Let's say I'm managing a lower league team like Oxford and we win the championship with them, you get 2 points. Also 2 points if you win the Europa League or the Conference League, and then 1 point if you win the UEFA Super Cup or your like domestic Super Cup, like the Community Shield in England, the Supercopa here in Spain. So yeah, let's get into it. I've made what I believe is our best 11 here. Oh no, this is the wrong screen, hold on. What I believe is our best 11 here. We've got Courtois in goal, back four of Mendy, Rudiger, Eder Militao and Trent Alexander-Arnold. 2 holding midfielders in Tchouaméni and Valverde. Vinicius and Rodrigo on the wings, Bellingham as the attacking midfielder, and Kylian Mbappe up front. Don't worry, no dictatorship here. So, I don't think we need to make a signing to replace Bellingham, because we've got Arda Güler who can cover him while he's injured. We also have Brahim Diaz who can play there. We may look to sell Brahim Diaz though, especially as Bayern Munich want him, and Fran Garcia as well, wanted by PSG. We could get some money, because we only have 40 million in the bank balance, unfortunately. So, yeah, I think my plan is to get 2 signings in at the back. I think the rest of the team is brilliant. It's just this back 4 that needs a bit of improvement. I'm planning on getting a left back and a centre back. As you may see here, I've already started scouting Nico O'Reilly from Man City. If you obviously watch the Premier League, you know how good he's been recently, and I want to bring him to Real Madrid for this 10 season takeover. The way the season's going to work, by the way, is I'm going to sim the season. We're going to look at how we got on in the season and then make transfers in the summer and then keep repeating that until we've completed 10 seasons, so until we get to 2035 in game. Right, we've obviously hitting some interest for O'Reilly. I may look to sell some players. I think if I go in the first team, I'm going to try and sell Cesar Palacios, because he's worth roughly 30 million, so we could get like 30 million for him, which would be good. That means we have 70 million in the bank. He's quite a good prospect, but I just don't think we need him right now. We may sign him later on in the 10 seasons. You never know, do you? So we're going to do that. I'm going to go and do some scouting. Obviously, we've already declared interest in O'Reilly. I'm probably going to look for a centre-back now. So I'll see you when I'm making some signings, I guess. Alright, see you very shortly. Okay, everyone. We've sold our first player. We have sold the Moroccan man, Brahim Diaz, to Chelsea for £24 million. It may not please some of you, but he has left. So Malaga have been paid 3% of the transfer fee, and City have been paid 15%, which isn't great, because I'm not going to lie, I thought we were going to get some more money. So yeah, but Brahim Diaz is gone, £24 million, but we probably won't get all of that. I've been looking to sign Deo Upamecano, but the bid was rejected by Bayern Munich. We then tried to go in for Beraldo, the PSG centre-back. We got a fee agreed and everything, but the contract negotiations fell through because we couldn't meet his wage demands, because we don't have that much money at Real Madrid. I asked the board for some more money, they said no. I asked board for some cash to sign Upamecano, they said no. So, that's unfortunate. Brahim Diaz is gone, and I'll be back shortly for some more transfer news, or maybe simulating the season. Who knows? See you all shortly. Hello again everyone. Now, this one was a bit of a panic buy, I'm not going to lie. I felt like we just had to sign someone. But if we've signed someone, it's a centre-back. He's one for the future, he's 2.5, well no, not really, he's 27. Yeah. We've signed this John Leukemia guy for 25 million off Bologna. Now, he's 2.5 stars. He's going to be a backup, of course, behind Militao and Rudiger. We tried to go for Beraldo again, but again, the contract fell through. We then went in for O'Reilly. Couldn't agree a deal with Man City. But yeah, we signed this John Leukemia guy. He's going to be coming in at centre-back. The season's about to start. I'm going to get through to the end of the transfer window, see if we can do anything else, and then simulate the season. So yeah, I'll see if we can sign any more players. It's not looking likely. We're low on funds now. See, we might be able to sell someone. I don't know. I'll see you at the end of the transfer window. Okay, everybody, that is now the transfer window closed. We made one signing and we sold one player. We sold Brahim Diaz to Chelsea for 24 million. We signed, I've forgotten his name. We signed Lucchini for, what was it? It was like 25 million, I think. We signed him for 25 million. So this is our team then for the season. It's going to be simulated after I've done this. Trent Alexander-Arnold's injured, that's why he's not in the squad, in the team. It will be Courtois and goal back for Mendy, Rudiger, Eder Militao and Trent Alexander-Arnold when he's back. It's Carvajal there currently. It will be Tchouaméni and Valverde holding the shoulders, Vinicius Junior and Rodrigo as the wingers, with Bellingham in cam when he comes back from injury, and Mbappe up front. So that will be the team then. I'm going to go simulate the season, and I'll see you when I've simulated the season, and we'll look at the first points of this series. Okay, see you all later. Right, hello everyone. Now, I planned to come back on the 1st of July, but yeah, as you can see, we're unemployed. Now you're probably wondering, how are you unemployed? How can that have happened? Well, we kind of got sacked before the Barcelona last game of the season. Yeah, I ended up finishing 5th in the league, which is only Europa League. In the Super Cup, we lost in the semi-final. But it was an 8-1 defeat to Barcelona. Now that's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. We lost 8-1 to Barcelona. And then, in the Champions League, let's have a look, shall we? League phase. 3rd. Things are going pretty well in the Champions League. We go to the round of 16. We beat Galatasaray 10-9, only just after beating them 5-2 in the first leg and then losing 7-5 in the second leg. And then the quarter-final, we played Marseille and we lost 2-0 on aggregate. So we were out of the Champions League in the quarter-final, and that's not good enough for Real Madrid. And then it was an Arsenal-PSG final, and PSG won the Champions League back-to-back. But that's just not good enough. And in the Spanish Cup, we got to the final, but lost to Barcelona 3-1. So yeah, we got sacked. We finished 5th in the league. We got to the quarters of the Champions League. We got knocked out in the semis of the Super Cup because of an appalling performance in 8-1 defeat to Barcelona. And then in the Spanish Cup, we got to the final and lost 3-1 to Barcelona. So yeah, trophyless, sacked, and that means that that will be the end of this 10-season takeover. The rules are, if you get sacked, it's done. Real Madrid end the 10-season takeover with 0 points. My first 10-season takeover, it ends on 0 points. So yeah, we basically bottle it. We just didn't do anything with Real Madrid. So, well, that's just the way it is, I guess. We got sacked. after the last game of the season. We beat Barca 4-2 on the last game of the season, but they still sacked us because we finished 5th in the league, which is only a Europa League place, which just isn't good enough for Real Madrid standards. So yeah, we got the sack, and that's the end of this 10-season takeover. Episode 1, Real Madrid, over. Sacked, 0 points on the board, which means, yeah, the takeover's done. If you've enjoyed that one, I certainly haven't, hit that like button, subscribe. The next team will be Man United. It will be coming out very, very soon, hopefully. Anyway, it took me 2 hours just to film this. So yeah, it may take a while for it to come out. So yeah, thank you all for watching this though. If you've enjoyed it, I haven't, hit that like button, subscribe. I'll see you all in the next 10-season takeover. And as always, come on, you use.